So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Let's go now. 15 lining. 15 lining.
Alert three.
Let's go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Yeah, that's... Start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line.
Down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hit it.
On second down, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops it for a loss of 11.
Exit.
On third and long, it's Locke. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
Here we go. Lining.
56. Check 56. Here we go.
26.
First carry for James Conner.
Get there.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Here we go. Lining.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
26.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Here we go.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
I got you, son.
26.
You're all mine, baby. You gonna get this. You're all mine.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll dump this one off to Conner. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back. And nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. Opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Conner on first down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. Second down coming up. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
26.
From the 41, Prescott. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. On the draw, Conner. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Here we go.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, try to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
Now on 2nd and 16, Prescott. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
25 the mic. Pick me up. Here we go.
Prescott from the gun. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt.
We got this.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Okay, ready?
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Go. Big river.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
10-2 soft.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Keep it up,
guys.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Double tight. Hey. We got 3. Three down.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
We're going 25 the mic.
Play action now. Prescott. On the catch, it's Crowder. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. On 1st down, Connor plowing ahead for about 3. That'll be 2nd and 7. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
So don't say nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. The open man is Smith, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Let's go.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Connor. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. taking it in for a yard out. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And what a tough environment to roll into on the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs.
Hey, watch it,
so what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Ready?
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. And now out come the Patriots. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. 51,
Mike, 51. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
26.
They start with a give to Conner. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going
26.
On the run is Conner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Yeah.
Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Under 10.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Hill shedding the tackle. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times it's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Partner sold it really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Watch the safety creep.
Get it.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
It's wrong.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Got it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Tight right.
From the 38, Locke. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
All day, every day.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
30 base. Big Ripper.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone, following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is third and 4. They look to throw. It's Locke. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of first.
That's it. Big hit.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And no run back here.
Let's
this
go,
will be
baby.
a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Prescott off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Prescott, incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Prescott. Finds his tight end Ingram. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well. Not getting the ball to the right places, not doing the things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you, so your quarterback has to lead you, and the best way he can do it is to play well.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Lock going to throw. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
18 Gator.
It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready?
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He's hoping to continue that trend. Here's Prescott. This is the tight end Fant. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here we go.
We go 25's the mic. Come on. Come on, D. Check 99. Check 99.
On 2nd down now. It's Conner, and this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
You don't want no problem.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Mike 51, Mike 55.
On second down, Montgomery.
Come
2
get some.
yards
Come
the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first. The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Locke to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Ready up.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10.
Come on, baby.
And he's completed all 7 of his
Let's
passes
go.
thus far.
You got tight.
Throwing now is Locke. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
Jackrabbit, come on.
I'm going to
That's
hit you.
throw good for 4. It's second down.
Everyone, you got
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the pistol, it's Gurley.
Let's go.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
Come on,
reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play.
Let's go. Let's do
They
this.
saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They don't want
10
it,
yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Keep playing
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Prescott now. This one caught by Crowder. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Strip the ball.
To the air again, Prescott. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Prescott. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Hey, here we go. All right, hey.
We got 25's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense.
26. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And again, it's Prescott to Connor on the check down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the gun, a give to Connor.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he gets it to Funchess complete. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Funchess has it complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Prescott from the gun on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead.
Yeah.
They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They run. It's Gurley. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down run for Connor, not going to get much. Maybe a yard. Second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, the big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. Now Prescott. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt.
We got
on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
When the pitcher gets a base and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Fired that one in there. Make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Get it. Cut.
Another carry now for Gurley.
It's run, fellas. It's run.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
54, right there,
Still
right
in
there.
search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They complete it to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Set. 18 Gator.
54. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hatch it.
Hit it.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
The They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Throwing his lock on 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Come on, fellas.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it.
They start the drive with counter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
And a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Again, it's counter.
Run.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Watch tight end.
4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Come on now, let's go.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now, they struggled to get rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
Ready.
They'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Big stop,
Lock now.
Big stop.
Perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the counter, Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Ready.
He wasn't ready. Hey, Mike 51,
1 quarter
Mike 51.
remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 50. Plant.
51, Mike 51.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. This one
Let's
caught
go.
by
Let's
Isabella.
go. Get set. Set.
6
Ready.
yards is the
90.
pickup,
Whoa.
and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Get ready.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've got 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has. Any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. To throw again on second down. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Lock going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited.
The side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Jam.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day?
Oh, yeah.
The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Watch the screen.
Throwing on second down. Prescott on the catch. It's Crowder. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 27, Prescott. This is the tight end fan. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Let's go.